Hey guys, welcome back. Hey, if you're new, welcome to the magic room where the magic happens. It's truth magic, baby. Truth magic. So, those of you who know, we started off the 30 for 30 challenge, and I wanted to start it with 10 pieces of advice that I wish I could go back and tell myself 5 to 10 years ago. And oh my God, the feedback that we have gotten, OMG. If you haven't seen the first video, go check it out. You won't regret it. Come to the right place if you like SpongeBob quotes, fuzzy socks and coffee, and like a lot of random stuff. Anyways, where is my coffee? I found it. Gang's all here. I just cringed for you. How well do you really know yourself? Like really, truly know yourself. A lot of people, I feel like, have no clue who they are. They just gallivant through space and time, and they're just like, I'm just here. Sometimes same, but you need to know yourself. And I don't mean to sound rude, but knowing yourself is important. All jokes aside, the second piece of advice that I would give myself 5 to 10 years ago is knowing yourself. Know yourself. And what do I mean by that? I will elaborate. First, I would recommend reading this book, Do What You Are. And in the book, it prompts you to go to this website called the 16 Personality Test and take the test. Take the test. Takes like 2 minutes. Younger me would be cringing right now. She'd be like, I'm not taking a test in my spare time. I'm not even taking a test when I'm being forced to take a test. But how beautiful is it that this site is there to help you to know who you are, to know your strengths, to know your weaknesses, to know your role in this world. And not only do you get to see who you are and the role that you play, now you get to implement that in the real world. I'm not done convincing you yet that this is very, 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 very important. Do you feel unhappy at your job? Do you feel unhappy at home? Do you feel any areas of your life that you feel like can improve? And if you answered yes to any of those things, go take the test. And why am I telling you to go take the test? Because there you're going to see your strengths, your weaknesses, and everything is going to make so much sense. So that way, when you're applying for jobs, you can say, oh, these are my strengths and these are my weaknesses, and find a job that fits perfectly to you. If someone were to walk up to you right now and they'd say to you, oh, tell me who you are. You'd be like, oh, my favorite color is purple. No, I don't want to know your favorite color. I want to know who you are on the inside. Like, who are you? What's important to you? What are your core values? In knowing yourself, it removes a lot of doubt. And when you try and fit into a box that you don't belong in, it just doesn't work. And then you're like, oh my God, I wasn't supposed to fit in that box at all because that's not who I am. God literally tells us this. Whether you believe in God or not, you still live on this planet, floating through a galaxy. You were created by something, so stop denying. You know what? Whatever. I digress. God tells us to know ourselves, okay? Know thyself. And there is a reason why. Know ourselves. To find happiness, to receive love, to give love. You can't pour from an empty cup, and I will say it in every video. Whether you believe in God or not, you still live on this planet, floating through a galaxy. You were created by something, so stop denying. You know what? Whatever. I digress. God tells us to know ourselves, okay? Know thyself. And there is a reason why. Know ourselves. To find happiness, to receive love, to give love. You can't pour from an empty cup, and I will say it in every video. Knowing yourself is the very foundation of it all. Of your journey, where you need to be, the things you need to work on, the things that you're really good at. Do you want a better relationship with yourself? Do you want a better relationship with the people around you? Do you want to feel more fulfilled in the things that you're doing, your job, your career, being a parent, not being a parent? I mean, whatever the case is, knowing yourself is the foundation of everything. Once you take the test and it tells you who you are, for me, I'm a protagonist, I'm an ENFJ, you can go on Google and be like, hey Google, what job would be best fitting for me? And then it gives you a list of those things, and like, oh my God, I wish I did that years ago, because I spent so much time trying to find something that felt right and fitting for me. And I was like, if I only knew myself, if I only knew. And you know, this test isn't going to tell you everything about you, but it gives you a really solid base. More importantly for me, what I would tell myself 5 to 10 years ago is know who you are, Because if you don't know who you are, how are you going to allow other people to get to know you? How do you have expectations for other people on how they are supposed to treat you? Or, what role do I play in? Like, what can I give you and what do I need? I just want to be the best me that I can be so I can share some love with the people around me. And I know you know what I'm about to say next. If you don't love yourself, how are you ever going to love anybody else? So no, it's not selfish to know yourself. It's not selfish to love yourself. It's not selfish to tell yourself these things, these positive things. Like, I am a leader. I am strong. I am, I speak life in other people. Like, your strengths, you should know those and tell yourself those things every single day before you go out into that world that basically just wants to tear you down every single day that you step out your front door. I would have loved this advice when I was in high school. If I had girls or guys telling me, oh, this is who you are, I'd be like, actually, no, that's not who I am. I know who I am. These are my strengths and these are my weaknesses. Obviously, I wouldn't say that. I'm rubber, you're glue. That's probably what I'd say, or I did say. But know who you are so no one can take that away from you. Like, literally, no one can take that away from you. No one can steal your identity. You are who you are. I challenge you to go take that test and learn a little bit about yourself today, and then leave a comment and let me know something that you learned about yourself or something that you already knew about yourself that you're like, wow, this is actually pretty on point. Like, I know this about myself already. I want to know. I want to know if you're getting anything out of this. When I did this, I got a lot out of it. I'm like, wow, look at all these chickens. I don't know. I just had the most random thought ever. I thought I was done filming. I'm just going to add this little bit in here. There are people that go their whole literal lives, and they don't know anything about themselves other than what they allow other people to speak into their lives. Like, oh, you suck. Oh, this, oh, that. That's so sad to me. That is so sad that people live a whole life not knowing themselves.